Danneyjay made it.
Welcome back to the Ears to the Streets podcast. Who am I here with?
Yo, it's your boy Danneyjay. What's good, y'all?
Because I've been trying to interview you for a minute. I want to talk about some of the shit that you got into when you was in LA.
Yeah, that shit was cool. When I went out there, I really went out there just to chill. I was visiting my girl. She lives out there. So I was really just going on some like vacation type shit. But one of my boys, Kato, he's a producer. He's from Jersey. One of my other mans from out there, Savi, he put me onto him or whatever. And that nigga had put me onto this event that Splice was hosting with 808 Mafia for 808 Day. They were doing like a beat battle and shit, and then there was like other shit going on, like a networking event or whatever. So that shit, that was cool. Met a bunch of people. Southside was there. A bunch of other different industry producers was in there. It was cool. It was cool shit. Krishan Rock popped out on some random shit. I went to the bar real quick, and then I seen she was doing, you know, one of them 360 spin around camera shits. Yeah, she was doing that shit. I'm like, what the hell is she doing here?
Where are you from?
I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn, originally, but I live in East New York now.
Like, what kind of things do you get into when it comes to music?
Well, when it comes to music, I really kind of do everything. I'm producer, engineer, singer, songwriter, artist, all of that. Word.
What made you do music?
What made me do music?
Yeah.
Nah, it's funny, like, doing music how I do music now, I be telling people a lot, like, this shit fake was, like, not by chance for real, but, like, kind of by accident, I'd be saying that, but it really wasn't, but at the same time, I wasn't planning on this. Like, when I was younger, I wasn't thinking, like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna be a producer, I'm gonna be a rapper, all that shit. Nah, it was never really it for me. But, like, I low-key been doing music my whole life and, like, been around this shit my whole life, so it just kind of, like, naturally was a thing for me, for real. Like, I wasn't thinking of it as a career, for real. Not even to say it was a hobby. It was just kind of what I used to be doing type shit.
Right.
Word.
What did you want to be when you was a kid?
I want to be an actor.
What you want to be?
Word. I want to be an actor. I still fake do. Like, I went to school for that and everything too. Like, I went to performing arts, high school and whatever. But like, even my middle school, I was doing like part of the plays and shit because I went to gifted and talented school, and they also always used to encourage like just the music and arts in general or whatever. So that's what I was saying. Like, my whole life, I kind of just been around it naturally. But word, I used to really want to be an actor for real. Like, even doing like, I used to do theater a lot, musical theater specifically. And,
You was singing?
Facts, word. So like, that's kind of like what was my segue into like making my own music and shit for real. Yeah, like my high school, that's kind of where I kind of started gravitating towards like making my own music, because like there were a couple other people that were going to the school that were like interested in being like artists themselves and whatever, and that kind of like pushed me to start taking that shit more serious. Like, early on when I first started like really locking in with the music industry, I was working at this studio called Fast Life, and they were a producer collective or whatever. It was a producer duo. It was an engineer and a producer, and they had already had a bunch of like industry placements and shit. So some of the clients we used to work with at the studio were already like mainstream artists and shit. Like, and I used to really just like be in the studio when the sessions was going on and shit too sometimes.
You would say that you like learned a lot from being
OD, especially like that was the first studio I ever worked at too. So like, I feel like it was low-key a head start in terms of like the types of information that I was getting early on in like me doing the music shit. Because like, I'm being around people that have already went through certain trials and tribulations of like trying to get to the point where they were already at, you feel me? Not to say necessarily I didn't have to go through that, because like I still did in terms of like me building my own name as a producer and shit. But in terms of like engineering, like some of the clients I had early on were through the studio. So like, there were certain clients that were already established as artists themselves that I was recording like in my first year of engineering and shit like that.
How long have you been producing and engineering?
I would say 5 years, really, like fully, like end of this year would make full 5 years. Cause like, I started kind of in 2020, but I really started locking in 2021. But like, I'll say 2020 for real.
What made you lock in 2021?
Well, the pandemic happened in 2020, right? So like, I was at that point in time though, like, I want to say like, I wasn't really producing or engineering yet, because I was still learning. Like, I was teaching myself how to engineer and make beats. Like, I was cooking them in my crib and shit, like in the room. I ain't have speakers or nothing. It was like just laptop headphones type shit. But yeah, so like 2020 into 2021, I wasn't really producing. Like I wasn't making beats for anybody or anything. Like at that time, I wasn't even trying to do that. I was just an artist at that point, and I just wanted to learn how to engineer and make beats for myself, really. And from working at that first studio, that just transitioned into me working with other artists and recording other people or giving beats to other people and shit like that.
I'm waiting on the music though. What's the word with that? Like,
yeah, I'm working, man. Soon come. Like top of this year, I decided like, yeah, I gotta lock back in on the other shit. Once I started working at Fast Life and shit, I was really trying to lock in on producing and engineering and really learning as much as I could about that because I just started at that time, you feel me? So like there was still a lot that I needed to learn and I knew that to focus up on that. And it's like I said, like I already been kind of like my own music, like I've been rapping and shit on some like foolishness, like since young type shit. Like when it came to songwriting, like I was fake already sturdy because even like through school, I had to like kind of make songs already and shit, you feel me? So I didn't feel like, I necessarily needed to spend too much more time doing that rather than focusing on engineering or producing. So from there, it just kind of turned into like 2-3 years of me just locking and making beats and recording niggas. And then I wasn't recording myself, wasn't making my own music during that whole time period. And I was like, nah, I'm laced. Like I gotta start getting back on that. So like this year, literally January 1st, I went back to the studio and I recorded a song and I was like, yeah, we about to just lock in. Did not really fully lock in after that. I ain't gonna lie. I dropped a little EP from that day. I'm not gonna lie, a couple of months ago, but I'm working on a project right now.
Can you tell us about that project?
Word. I can't tell y'all much because I don't even know much about what it's even really about to be for real. I'm just kind of going with the motion right now, but I'm really gonna focus up. I swear I'm about to focus up, like for real.
I'm putting the pressure on you.
But listen, appreciate that. Because I got a weird word. But it's gonna be some shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm gonna try to really sturdy it up. Like a lot of times when I've dropped shit, it's been on some spontaneous shit. I will just put random songs together that I feel kind of sound somewhat cohesive and just let that shit out. Just cause sometimes shit don't even be mixed or mastered. But you feel me? Like average listener not even gonna really be in tune with that. They just gonna vibe out. So I'll be like, fuck it. But I really want to drop some shit that's like overly like intentional. It's still just going to be based off of just vibes and shit. Like, I just want to create, but at the same time, like, on the back end, everything is going to be intentional. You feel me? Word. I'm working on 2 projects, actually. Like, I'm working on a Danneyjay artist project, and then I'm working on another producer tape. And, like, all my production and featured artists. Word.
Okay. What are some of the things that you get into, like, besides music, like, outside of music?
Shit.
Like, what do you like to do around the city?
I ain't gonna lie, music shit. I be locked in so much. Like when I was younger, I used to be doing mad other shit. But like nowadays, like really, like I be going studio crib. And like even when I'm at the crib, like I'm cooking up. And then like if I'm not cooking up, I'm probably watching Netflix or some shit or playing video games. And I might go outside here and there, a little function or like, somebody video shoot, a little event or whatever, release party and shit. So even that still kind of be, somewhat music related or whatever. And 9 times out of 10 after that shit, niggas still probably end up going to the studio anyways. Where like this music shit, I would have been doing this shit anyway type shit. So that's why that's why I take it as seriously as I do. Cause I'm like, I'm going to be putting in the time regardless.
Right.
Word.
What are some of the shows you've seen on Netflix?
Damn, like I ain't gonna lie, I'll put y'all on. Like if niggas need some shows on Netflix, I got all the best shit. Nigga, like you watch Prison Break, they got that on there. Prison Break is paying. I watched that when I was younger. I've seen that show like 6 times. It's top 5. Paying. Gotta watch that. Niggas watch Money Heist, right? You seen that? Never seen Money Heist? Money Heist is paying. Gotta get into Money Heist. I ain't gonna lie, right now Netflix is fake dirt. They don't got a lot of pain on there right now.
Appreciate you for coming on the podcast. Doing this session
of course. Appreciate you having me, man. This was lit.
Danneyjay made it.
Bye.